Bob Kronbauer is in the house, 192. So, welcome.
Hello. My name is Bob Kronbauer, and my family and I rent a home in Mount Pleasant. I publish a popular website called VancouverisAwesome.com, which for the past 4 years has been highlighting all the great things going on in our city. Our mandate is to deliver only positive stories to the residents of Vancouver in order to increase civic pride and remind people of what keeps them living here. We get an average of 90,000 visitors to our website every month for a total of 3 million page impressions every year. I make my living off of this, so you could say that I have a vested interest in the continued awesomeness of Vancouver. So I studied the Mount Pleasant Community Plan, and over the past few months I've looked very carefully at both sides of the arguments for and against the development. And one of the big things that I keep coming back to is the giant X marks the spot, where the community and this plan and your staff say that a possible development should be. And it's right there at Kingsway Road. It's right there. X marks the spot on this plan. Everyone has seen it. And in fact, there's a sketch of a possible development in that plan that is practically identical in height and scope as to what Rize has put forward. And I hope that everyone is reading the same copy as I am. The community has suggested increased density there, and the developer has done more public engagement and consultation than we've seen any do in recent years. Have developers ever really asked for our opinions? And beyond that, have they ever worked the input into their projects in order to meet an almost absurd amount of requests from residents and taken up residents there for a year and taken input from the community beyond the community plan getting approved? Because Rize has done just that. And this application in front of you is hugely different than the one that was originally proposed. But it seems that the people who are still not happy with it will never be pleased with whatever does or doesn't get designated for that chunk of land. Your staff have recommended this get approved, and I hope that the saving grace is that back in November, the entire city re-elected you, our progressive mayor, and the majority of this council based on a platform where one of the main issues was sustainability and becoming the greenest city by the year 2020. The Greenest City Initiative is so awesome, and I'm so impressed by what it's already achieved in making Vancouver a leader in sustainability. And I'm going to quote you, Mr. Mayor, from a February 1st interview you did with Stephen Quinn on CBC Radio, where you said a big part of the plan to do that includes adding density along the transit lines. The way I see it, this is one of your first real visual opportunities since the election to follow through on that, to allow more positive steps toward adding density and in turn sustainability at just the right places. To allow the construction of more housing and to follow a recently approved community plan to a T while doing that. I feel it would be a giant step back for the neighborhood and the community and the city as a whole if this rezoning application doesn't get approved. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thanks for coming to speak. No questions from councilors, so we're on to